To preface, I just had surgery on my ankle like a week and a half ago, so I won't be standing for this. I hope you understand. Uh, Imagine a world where JFK was assassinated. Well, fortunately, you don't have to, because on November 22nd, 1963, our president, John F. Kennedy, was assassinated during a motorcade in Dallas, Texas. During this motorcade, he was accompanied by his wife, Jacqueline Kennedy, the Texas governor, John Conley, and Conley's wife, Nellie. The official report says that Lee Harvey Oswald fired 3 shots, hitting both JFK and Governor Conley. However, despite the commission's findings, there is multiple inconsistencies which have led to people believing that there is a broader conspiracy at hand. Today, I'm going to be telling you about these inconsistencies that have been found, the missing evidence, and a possible motive that hints that a specific government body might have had a hand in this assassination. To start, I'm going to go over the official telling of events. So, for the first shot, this shot was a complete miss. There were 3 shots in total. The first shot was a complete miss. It apparently skipped off the pavement and hit this one bystander. This bystander's name was James T. Hit him in the cheek. However, after the event, when he was interrogated about the different things and got his witness report, he said that he had time to turn and look at the shot and figure out where it was coming from before he got shot. If the first shot hit him in the cheek, he would have had no time to turn and respond to him getting hit in the cheek or like look for a shooter. So this implies that there's more shots that happened before the supposed first shot. And now for the second shot, this is the one that is known as the magic bullet. So it is known to have traveled through Kennedy's neck and then struck Conley in the back, exiting his chest, into his wrist, and then finally being lodged in Conley's thigh. Here is a small description, or like a graphic to help you understand that. And this is the general overview. And then this is kind of how it would have had to bounce given the different wounds that were inflicted on the president and the governor. Governor Conley refuses to believe that this is just one shot. He stated, "It is to my absolute knowledge, and Nellie's too, that one bullet caused the president's wound, and that an entirely separate shot struck me." Direct quote from the governor. Ballistics have tried to make this happen in simulations for a lot of years since then, and not once have they been able to successfully recreate this magical shot. And then for the third shot, it's the one that we all know, where the president got shot in the back of the head. That one is exactly as it seems. So that's just going over the inconsistencies in the actual things of events. However, there's a couple other things that are interesting about this. So the main film that is normally referenced is the Zapruder film, where it shows the actual assassination. However, there was another film that was taken from a different angle that would have kind of shown the shootings that was found. I think it was taken from oh yes, I remember now. It showed smoke coming from a grassy knoll over not where Oswald was, which implies a second shooter. So this film was, obviously confiscated for the investigation. But a few days later, there was a CIA lockup, and after the CIA lockup, the film mysteriously vanished, and nobody questioned this. I'm sure that's fine. Anyways, about a decade later, they put a committee on this called the House Select Committee on Assassinations to revisit the case using improved forensic tech. And after all their investigations, they ended up with a statement saying, "The committee believes, on the basis of the evidence available to it, that President John F. Kennedy was possibly assassinated as a result of a conspiracy. The committee is unable to identify the other gunmen or the extent of the conspiracy." They all but confirm that there was a conspiracy behind this assassination. The question this raises, who would have done this? It was the CIA. At the beginning of President Kennedy's presidency, he was in pretty good terms with the CIA. But after the Bay of Pigs fiasco in Cuba, trying to overthrow Fidel Castro, he has been quoted as saying he wished to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it into the winds. Needless to say, that's not very positive. He also implies that he intended to expose or restrict the CIA's influence. And the CIA has had a history of trying to do their own things and not following presidential orders and stuff like that. And then before his death, JFK also made some statements warning about secret societies within U.S. politics, seeking to control democracy, which raises speculations that as to almost directly before his death, he would state these things and then immediately be assassinated. Raises a couple questions. But unfortunately, there is no way to confirm these findings completely, although I have heard that there are some CIA papers, or JFK papers, being released by President Trump during his presidency, so keep an eye out for that. Unfortunately, without more evidence, there's no way to completely confirm that the CIA is responsible for this. But keep your eyes out.